Good evening and welcome to the Richland Ram Football Network. The RRFN is proud to bring you Rams football all season long. Prior to each home game, we will update you on the Rams and the rest of the LHAC. Tonight, the Richland Rams will start their regular season against the Forest Hills Rangers. Since it is week 1, there is no update from last week, but there is a flashback to last season. The Rams and the Rangers clashed in the District 6 Class AA Championship last year. Richland scored a defensive touchdown courtesy of Sam Penna on the first play of the game that set the tone for the remainder of play. The Rams never looked back en route to a 35-6 win. Kellen Stahl threw for 180 yards and notched 2 touchdowns. Graydon Lewis ran for 96 yards, and Sam Penna caught 3 for 69 yards as Richland won its 4th straight District 6 championship. This year, the Rams look to make history by attempting to win an unprecedented 5th straight District 6 championship.
Let's take a look at the Richland Rams 2022 football schedule. After tonight's contest, the Rams will travel to Central Martinsburg to take on the Red Dragons for a 7 p.m. kickoff on September 2nd. Last week, the Rams competed against Bishop Guilfoyle and Tyrone in a preseason scrimmage. The Rams outperformed both opponents, with Evan McCracken leading the charge with 2 touchdowns on the night. We're here with Coach Bailey for his 2-minute drill. Thank you for being here. Are you ready to start it?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Do you think we're going to win Friday's game?
I always think that we're going to win the game.
What color uniform will the Rams be wearing?
Red jerseys, white pants.
What's your favorite uniform combo?
I like them all. I like to make sure that we mix them up.
What's your favorite color?
Probably blue.
What do you think will be better, our offense or our defense?
I hope they both perform well.
What's your favorite pregame meal?
Pre-game meal? Probably Capri.
Are you superstitious?
No.
Who's the funniest coach?
Coach Hobbs.
What's 8 times 5?
40.
Where did you go to college?
University of Connecticut.
What position did you play?
Quarterback.
You played at WVU and your son went to Pitt. Which do you think are you rooting for in this team's matchup?
Well, I'll root for my son's team. Kobe works with the Pitt football team.
If you lined all the coaches in a foot race, who do you think would win?
Coach Ripple.
Which downing distance do you prefer, 2nd and 12 or 3rd and 2?
3rd and 2.
What aspect of football gets you the most excited?
Friday nights.
When you're up by a large margin, do you prefer to play it safe or keep your foot on the gas?
All depends who we're playing.
What makes the difference between a good player and a great player?
Their commitment and their hard work and ability to do things that other people aren't willing to do.
Who's your favorite NFL coach?
Mike Tomlin.
What gives you the most inspiration to do what you do as a coach?
Seeing what our players do after their careers are over.
Great. That's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely.
Each home game, you will hear from 2 of our seniors. Let's send it over to Stone in the weight room.
Our first Rams senior spotlight of the season features a player who may not be the center of attention, but is certainly at the center of all the action. Darden Horsley is a critical part of the Ram offensive line and is making a difference on and off the field. Darden, thank you for being here. We appreciate it and can't wait to get this interview started. Okay, so can you give us your position and how long you've played football?
So I play offense and defensive line. You'll mostly see me at center on offense and nose tackle on defense. I've been playing for, it's as long as I remember, probably 2nd or 3rd grade, right in Rockets.
Can you describe what it's like to play football for Richland?
So it's definitely unlike any other program that I've seen. It's more of a brotherhood. They teach you how to walk through the school and be a leader through the school and for the younger kids as well. And it's a family and it's a brotherhood through each other.
What was your favorite football moment here as a Ram?
So my favorite football moment actually probably came in 6th grade. We were playing Somerset at Somerset, and it was a really terrible game offensively, really, because none of us had scored up until like 1 minute left in the game. There was probably 20 seconds, 10 seconds left. We went down to the field. We were probably on the 10-yard line going in, and Coach Feitel came out to me and he asked me, "You want to kick this? You want to kick this field goal?" And I sat there and I was so scared, but they encouraged me through, and it barely made it through, but we won that game.
So you do some faith-based mission work. Can you tell us about that?
So every summer I volunteer at a summer camp. It's about an hour away. There's about 30 or 40 kids each week. There's 6 weeks. They progress in age each week. We just get around 6 or 7 kids per cabin, me and another co-counselor. We just do faith-based stuff. We go to worship every day. We play a ton of games. We teach them how to walk life through God, and it's really awesome experience.
How did the lessons you learned playing football help you in your mission work?
So actually, I'm going to reverse that. A lot of what the summer camp teaches me is how to really be a leader and to show kids throughout a day how to really portray myself through God, and to show them the ways of whatever we're doing and how to be a respectful person. So it a lot of times translates here to the football field, especially when I'm in a leadership position, being senior, especially being center too. I definitely can boss people around, but I do it to the best of my ability, and it's really helpful.
Are there any teammates or coaches, past or present, that have helped you in your journey?
So teammates or coaches, I've been lucky to have both. A couple coaches that have really been impactful. Tom Feitel was our Rockets coach. He's been, even since I'm not in Rockets anymore, he's still been a good figure in my life that I can model myself after. In terms of teammates, I've been lucky to have a couple throughout the years that have been older than me that have really shown me what it's like to be a leader here at Richland.
All right, so that was our first senior spotlight with Darden Horsley. Darden, thank you for being on here. Appreciate it, and good luck this year.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I'm Ethan Ryder, drum major of the RHS Marching Band. Here's a word from our sponsors.
Precious Metals and Diamonds Company, Chan Zung Shang Medical Center, Cardellino Eye Care, FWF Insurance Agency, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Rizzo's, EcoSafe Sanitizing, Sporting Goods Discounters, Johnstown Construction, Flair of Country Catering, Dean Jordan Tire and Service, FX Screen Printing and Embroidery, The Fifth, Laurel Auto Group, RPM Signs, Senator Wayne Langerholk, Advantage Auto, Mihalco's, Ed DiMartino DDS, Slovenian Savings and Loan, Nikos, First Team Advertising, Winber Care, Bob Heffelfinger, Best Window and Door Company, First Summit Bank, Ponchain Financial, Advanced Office Systems, DB Homes, Beauty Lawn, Memorial Chevrolet, Tap 814, Asiagos, Market Basket, Ashbro Decorative Landscaping and Curbing, Vantage Physical Therapy, Roof Rejuv, and Ideal Market. Again, thank you to our 2022 Richland football sponsors. This production could not be done without you all. Our next senior spotlight is featured with the man that cannot be brought down, Draven Plackey. Draven, thank you for being here. We appreciate this. Of course. Okay, so can you give us your position and how long you've played football?
My position is running back and D-line, and I played football for, I have to say, 7 years, not including 7th grade.
Can you tell us what it feels like to play football here at Richland?
It feels more like a brotherhood and a challenge. They definitely push you to be a better player, a better man, and they really want you to succeed through the position. And so when you go out into doing whatever you want to do, if that is going into pro football, that you are prepared and ready to do that.
What other activities are you involved in, both inside and outside of school?
I don't do any other school activity other than football that is here, and I do martial arts. I do that mostly for balance, for the position I play, which is running back, and you really need that, especially when you're running on the sideline and someone hits you. You don't want to just flop out. You want to try and stay in bounds, get those yards.
And then could you elaborate on what kind of martial arts you do?
So what I do is more of boxing, kickboxing. I really like to mix it up. I've been really focusing more on taekwondo. I like that, using my legs more. Really gets into the balance factor of being a running back and everything. But yeah, I've been trying to learn judo, jiu-jitsu. I think there's one other one. I think it's Muay Thai, they call it. I'm not sure how you say it, but that one is another one I'm trying to get into, which I heard is pretty hard and difficult. So,
Yes.
but I'm up for the challenge.
Yeah, awesome. Describe your time here at Richland in one word and tell me why you chose that word.
Oh, I already know the word.
Okay.
I already know the word.
yada yada.
Brutal. Definitely brutal. But fun at the same time. I love running through people. That is the one thing that I always think I want to get in there, and I'm looking down all those people in the field. I'm just really want to run through them, just like how a train goes or something like that, along those lines. That to me, that's something I always watched as a kid in NFL. Le'Veon Bell, Saquon Barkley, all those, Derrick Henry, all those people running through people. That's where I get my inspiration from. Definitely brutal for me.
What is your biggest goal heading into your senior year?
Graduating. I think that's everyone's goal, but that is a big goal for me. I definitely want to walk across the stage because I don't want to be the only person in my family that doesn't walk across the stage.
So Draven, thank you a bunch for being here. We appreciate this. Best of luck. Best of luck this year in school and in football. Hope you guys 5 straight District 6 championships. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. All right. Draven Plachy. That's all for tonight's show. Now let's head live to Hurlinger Field, home of the Richland Rams, where Ed DiMartino, Fred Yannity, and PJ McGowan are about to bring you tonight's LHAC action. I'm Stone Mangus, along with Lanigan McCulty and Sophia Mihai. Thank you for tuning in.
All right. Hey, Fred, we are back here at Hurlinger Field. If you can believe it, we're back. And this is a matchup we start with of the finals of the District 6 AA championship from last year. Two completely different teams. We'll get to that in a minute. I'm Ed DiMartino. Alongside of me, we have Fred Yannity. And on the sideline, award-winning sideline reporter and just overall superstar, PJ McGowan.
I'm still wondering how he gets all those awards. It's personality, I guess. Hey, it's really great to be back. It's I didn't really think about it until you mentioned it, Ed, but we're doing the same game we did at the last game last year, first game this year. And it's amazing. We were talking about how many years have we done this together. And I'm looking down here at Brandon Bailey. This is his 21st season at Richland, which is hard to imagine. I was actually had hair when he started working here. His record so far is 135-90, and the big thing of this year now, there's 4 District 6 titles in a row. Now that's been done, but no one has ever done 5. So that's the goal. I know that's the goal of this team, and that's the goal of Coach Bailey. And of course, he's going to have a great team to get this done with his multiple offense. We know how difficult it is to defend that multiple offense, and we'll see what happens with it tonight. Led by Sam Penna, number 5, the quarterback. I'm sure all of you fans remember Sam from last year as a wide receiver, 5'9", 155. He's not a big kid, but he's very, very quick. And I went to quite a few practices over the summer, Ed, and I don't know if you've seen him throw the ball, but he's been throwing it pretty well.
Yeah, I actually got to watch Sammy a little bit. Yeah, he is pretty dynamic. He actually, last year when he came in a couple of times to spell Kellen Stahl, threw a very good ball. So going to be an interesting switch up for the Rams. Let's put it that way.
There's been a long, long list of quarterbacks over Brandon Bailey's 21 years, and I coached with him for probably about 11 or 12 of those 13 years. And the number of quarterbacks that have come through this program under Brandon's tutelage has been pretty amazing. As you all remember, Sam is replacing Kellen Stahl, who you saw him, didn't you, Ed?
Yeah, actually, Kellen Stahl is just to our right, sitting with his uncle who played football for you, actually. So he is here. Yeah.
It's nice. He's at Washington and
Washington and Jefferson, along with Aiden Thomas as well.
Right, and Kellen was All-State last year. You fans probably remember that. I'm sure you remember that. In his career, he threw for almost 7,500 yards, 95 touchdowns. He does have the record in Cambria County for number of touchdowns and total yardage in the 4-year program. All-State, 3 years in a row. Pretty remarkable. We were lucky to see him play, Ed.
Oh, for sure. I mean, 3-year starter. Won the game at Chestnut Ridge, if you remember. It spelled Joey Hauser in that game in the Mud Bowl. And, Kellen took the ball from there and ran with it. And good luck to him at Washington and Jefferson.
Some of the other players we can talk about on offense, we've already talked about Sam Penna as a quarterback. We also need to talk about Sam Penna as a wide receiver. Last year he caught 32 passes, 582 yards, and on defense he had 5 interceptions. So he was quite a player on both sides of the ball last year, in addition to being the backup quarterback, now the starter. So he's quite an athlete, and we're anxious to see him perform tonight.
For sure. It looks like the Rams are about ready to set to run through the tunnel, Fred, here in a little bit. PJ, how was the atmosphere on the field? I mean, it's a beautiful night here so far.
It's awesome. The Richland Rockets cheerleaders started the night off. The band sounded excellent, playing the national anthem in our alma mater here, Richland. And the Rams are getting ready to run through the tunnel for the first time in the 2022 season. A lot of excitement down here. I think the stands are absolutely packed. Forest Hills has a good showing. I mean, might get a little wet here, but other than that, it's going to be the perfect night for football.
Yeah, looks like little clouds are rolling in. Hopefully, we're going to be okay to get this started okay. They gave the warning, just in case there's lightning in the area. This game may have to be postponed for a bit. Hopefully, that's not going to happen, Freddie. It never rains at Hurlinger Field, right?
No, never. Where's the motorcycle? I'm still looking for the motorcycle from years gone by. That was quite the event. Watching the motorcycle bring the team onto the field. We've talked a lot about Sam Penna. We also need to talk about a couple other young men playing for the Rams this year. Graydon Lewis, number 2, who last year had a remarkable season. He had 825 yards receiving and 751 yards rushing with 10 touchdowns. And we also have alongside Graydon, number 6, Evan McCracken, who was a 100-meter finalist in the state track meet this year, who rushed for 488 yards last year and 4 TDs. So we do have the firepower. We have a young man named Ryan McGowan who's a wide receiver returning. He was hurt all of last year, so we're looking forward to seeing him play tonight. and make up for last year. I'm sure he's excited and ready to go. I know his dad's ready.
Yeah, Ryan looks like he put on some muscle, PJ. A lot of muscle. He's looking really, really good.
Yeah, he put a lot of hard work in. I mean, that was a rough injury on himself, on our whole family. But he put the time in, and that he's still, that's still a big injury that could rear its head any time. But muscular-wise, he's never been bigger and stronger. So we'll see how he does tonight. But that goes for a lot of the Rams. These guys really put the work in over the summer, and I heard they had a great camp. They're ready here. They got intensity on their faces. They're walking into me right now, and I'm starting to get the football chills. I'm ready.
Yeah, I am too. Richland dressed in the red shirts, white pants. They look fantastic. Forest Hills in the green pants and the white jerseys. And like I said, a beautiful night for football. It's warm. We may get it sprinkled on. Who knows? Hopefully that stays away. But Freddie, every team has a loss of players. Forest Hills lost their running back, Damon Crawley, who was all-world last year. So give us the lowdown on the Forest Hills Rangers.
Hey, guys, real quick, just to get you in. Forest Hills did win the toss. They elected to receive. Probably would have been the same outcome if we would have won. We usually defer, but a little heads up on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good call, PJ. Yeah, the Rangers were in the District 6 finals last year. They actually ended the season on a run. They had 5 wins in a row at the end of the season until they lost to the Rams in the District 6 final. They did lose Damon Crawley, the All-State running back. But they do have guys replacing, coming in and stepping up. Number 3, we're going to be looking for him tonight, Colton Daniel. Number 28, Ben Hartice. Number 30, Mason Papichek. Number 24, Brady Myers. They're all kids who can contribute to the offense, both running and receiving the football. They are led by a junior quarterback, Jake Poldiak, number 9, who did throw for 802 yards last year, 8 touchdowns. He started as a freshman, I believe, Ed.
Yeah, I think you were right, Freddie. And this Forest Hills Ranger team is going to be interesting to see how they come out. We did see a lot of Colton Daniel last year in the District 6 championship game, as I think Forest Hills tried to switch things up and not give the ball to Damon Crawley, which I remember us talking about. Like, I didn't understand. So we saw a lot of Colton Daniel last year.
Forest Hills, I'm sure their game plan is run-oriented tonight. Everybody tries to keep the ball as long as they can, and once Richland gets the ball, they can score in a heartbeat. But they do have an experienced offensive line led by Devin Brezovich, number 76, Trevor Burkhart, and Jaden Trentini. 3 big, tough offensive linemen, and that is the strong point of their team, the running game, and that's what they're going to try to do. Keep the ball, keep it away from the Rams, get down and score some points, keep it a low-scoring, fast game. I think the faster the game goes for them, the better.
All right, so captains for the Richland Rams coming out in the field is going to be Ryan McGowan, Graydon Lewis, Zach Hancock, and Sam Penna.
That's a good-looking crew out there, both sides, actually. It's exciting to be here on a Friday night, isn't it?
Absolutely.
My goodness. Comes around quick. We talked last year at the end, we'll see you next year, and here it is.
It's crazy how fast the summer went. I hope you had a good summer, Fred.
Well, it's been outstanding. I got to get up here, like PJ was saying, coming up and watching some practices, and they did work very, very hard. That heat this summer really put some of these kids in great physical shape. If you see these kids in the weight room, it's pretty amazing that they're high school kids.
All right, let's set the captains for the Forest Hills Rangers. We don't want to forget them. Was Colton Daniel, Dayton Mall, number 76, Devin Brezovic, and number 23, Jeremy Berta. So that was the captains for the Forest Hills Rangers. And we're about ready to get going here. This is crazy. It's a great atmosphere. Lots of fans here. Forest Hills traveled very, very well. Love to see that. And, of course, the Richland Rams, no matter where we go, the Richland Ram fans always show up.
Hey, guys, whenever you see fire trucks, it's usually an emergency that is an unfortunate thing, but look over and see those trucks come back. That means Friday night football here at Richland.
Absolutely. Great to see them. We have a new production though this year. So this is obviously the Richland Ram Football Network. You are obviously listening to that. And we want to thank our students who are actually producing. We have Stone Mangus, Lanigan McCulty, who is its 18th birthday. So happy birthday to Lanigan, and Sophia Mihai. They're doing a great job. They set us all up. And this, I think, just sounds amazing. So if we have any feedback, people listening, you want to text, message, whatever. Let us know how it sounds. I think they're doing a fantastic job so far.
I think it's amazing. What a great group of kids. They very mature for their age. They introduced themselves to me as soon as I walked in the booth, and said, that told me what they were doing and how much they love it. They're actually getting a little bit of credit in school for this. They work on their own in the library. They're supervised by the librarian, and they put all this show together, and it's amazing. I know back in the old days when I worked with my buddy Al Steele, we had to bring all our equipment. Well, you were there.
I remember I had to bring all that stuff, yeah.
Bring all the equipment, set it up, plug it in, hope they had Wi-Fi. Try to figure out the Wi-Fi code.
Always a problem mentioning parking Altoona, by the way. Just saying.
This is just like the big time. You walk in, everything's ready to go, and they just hand it to you. So I'm waiting for the pizza, though.
We may get that. I'm not saying we will, but we may get that at Bishop McCourt in week 3.
Oh, my God.
Just saying.
I won't be at McCourt game, though.
Okay, so we're about ready to get started as we have Noah Ritko on to kick it away. Jeremy Berta is the deep man for the Forest Hills Rangers. We are just about to get ready to start the 2022 high school football season. Richland coming off a very big year, winning their 4th District 6 title in a row. And, Freddie, I think they have a good chance to go again to that game.
I think they have an excellent chance to get there. Now, it's a long season, and I know Coach Bailey has told me a couple times that'd be a great milestone to be the first team to get 5 in a row. And when you think about it, 4 in a row is pretty amazing.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
yes.
it is, and it's happened. I believe Tyrone was one of the teams that did 4 in a row. And there might be one other team that did that, but no one has ever done 5.
McCord and Forest Hills both did it also.
All right, Ritko on to kick it away. Kicked straight down the middle. Berta's going to pick it up just shy of the 20-yard line, over the 25, the 30, the 35, brought down just shy of the 40-yard line. So nice return by Jeremy Berta.
So, PJ, who'd you say were the other 2 teams?
McCord, I believe, did it. Forest Hills did do it, I believe, also. So in this locality.
Good call, PJ. That's why he gets the
That's
award.
why he gets the big bucks, and that's why he's a celebrity. All right, so the ball is spotted at the 41-yard line of Forest Hills. They'll take over. Game just underway as Jake Poldiak will set himself under center. Looks like he's going to go right under center. Coach going with the I formation here. And hand up to Colton Daniel. Goes up the middle. Colton Daniel over the 50-yard line. Good run.
That's the game plan. Keep the ball, run the clock down, and score. It's a great plan. Sounds a little bit like what Westmont tries to do every week. But, most teams try to do that. PJ and I were talking before the game, and most teams, that's the game plan. It's like every week you can say the same thing, basically. Run the football, keep it away from the Rams, run time off the clock, score a touchdown.
All right, so it'll be a Forest Hills first down at the Richland 48-yard line. Poldiak will stay in that same I formation, goes under center. Man in motion. We're going to go up the middle again. It is Daniel again, pushed forward. So Richland pushing Daniel forward as he crosses the 40-yard line.
First down.
So another first down.
If they can keep doing this, they're not going to change. I mean, that's
right. They're going to keep doing this right till you can stop them.
Every football fan in the world knows that. Once this works, now the key is, if they score, that's going to be huge. If they don't score, and Richland takes the lead, then they're playing from behind. So they don't want to be playing from behind. That's for sure.
All right, 1st and 10 Forest Hills from the Richland Ram 37-yard line. Again, just underway. 10:58 remaining here in the first quarter. Poldiak under center. Poldiak going to hand off straight ahead. This time, Richland Rams are there this time. And that may be a loss on the play. Zach Hancock among the tacklers, along with Declan Piscatella. And Hayden Lucas. Hayden Lucas also in on the tackle.
That's a good response. That's how you. That's what you do. If they're running, you got to stuff them right there. Good job, Rams. Good job.
No gain on the play.
3-4 defense by Richland. 3-4 defense.
All right, so Poldiak under center again. In motion goes Nate Cornell. Handoff. Colton Daniel again pushes his way up the line. Richland's there. Stop him again. Nice game, though, as he pushes his way towards the 30-yard line. Colton Daniel looks really, really strong, Freddie, as he's pushing the Richland players straight forward.
They're playing with passion right now, and it's the first game of the year. Everybody's undefeated, and there's a lot of passion on that football field right now.
All right.
Rangers are trying to prove a point.
Yep, third down upcoming. You gotta assume this is going to be 4-down territory anyway, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
How big is that young man, Daniel?
On the paper, he is listed as 5'10", 205, and I would believe every bit of that.
That's a load there to bring down. It really is.
All right, so staying with the same formation. Colton Daniel again goes up the line, hit hard, and pushing forward. He may have enough for the first down. I think he does, Freddie, as they'll spot the ball at about the, looks like just inside the 28-yard line.
You got to give a lot of credit to the up back, too. What number is the up back there? He's doing a great job blocking. He's the lead blocker out of the power. No, it's not a power eye. It's a regular eye formation. And they're isolating on somebody each play. The defensive end, sometimes the tackle, doesn't matter who. Just pick somebody and hit him hard. But the up back is doing a great job blocking.
All right, so first down and 10, ball spotted at the 27-yard line. First possession of the first quarter, Forest Hills took the ball from their own, started at their own 41-yard line. Poldiak going to hand off to Daniel again. Daniel picks his way across, and this time Richland's there to stop him. Nice play there. Looks like Graydon Lewis among the tacklers, along with Evan McCracken.
We talked about both of those young men as being tremendous offensive players. They both had great defensive years last year, too. Evan is a linebacker, and Graydon is a safety cornerback. I like Graydon's green shoes, too, by the way.
Oh, I love his green shoes. They're fantastic. All right, so call it no gain on the play. Second down and 10. Looks like the up back is Mason Popinchak. Second and 10. Fake to Daniel. Roll out. There's like a hold on the play. There's going to be a hold. This one's coming back no matter what. It was a big hold on the play. So that's going to be a big 10-yard loss. So Forest Hills, their first pass of the game, Freddie, get caught for the first penalty of the year.
Now, this is a huge turning point already. I think it is. They were running. My question is, why try to throw now? And then on top of it, you get sacked, and on top of that, it's holding. So they're going to be put in a situation now where they almost have to pass, and that's not what they wanted. That's not what they came out here wanting to do. I guess they thought they'd catch us napping. It's like Westmont does: run.
Right, and occasionally they'll mix in the pass.
All of a sudden, you throw a pass, and the kid's wide open. Look at the penalty.
Ball calls all the way back to the 42-yard line of Richland.
That's a gigantic.
This is a massive penalty.
Gigantic turning point.
Down to 7:46 and counting here in the first quarter. First possession of the ball game.
The holding penalty is from the spot of the foul. That's why it looks like it's such a massive. It is a massive penalty.
It is a massive penalty. Brings up second down and 24 as Poldiak will hand off to Colton Daniel. Colton Daniel goes right up the middle. Colton Daniel back to the original line of scrimmage and more. So he picks up a lot there on second down. Going to bring up a third down in a little bit longer, but a good run by Colton Daniel.
They run that ISO a little bit wider that time, and they weren't going right up the gut. They were a little bit probably kicking out the defensive end. That was a huge play, obviously.
Yeah, it's going to bring down third down and manageable. Again, it puts them in 4-down territory, obviously. 3rd and 8 upcoming for the Forest Hills Rangers. And they're not leaving this set, Coach, here. It's working. They're going to stick with it. I formation as Poldiak comes under center. Quick handoff to Poldiak. Grabbed quickly by Zach Hancock and pushed back by a bunch of Rams along, looks like number 44, Luke Feitel. So that's a big play by Zach Hancock. Zach Hancock's had a lot of time with this team. So Zach, a big part of this Richland Ram defensive line.
Yeah, we had a lot of kids that played a lot of football last year. We had a lot of blowouts, and the second half we had a lot of kids get into the game. We had kids playing in meaningful situations as well. So even though we did have a lot of graduates, we have a lot coming back. Really, we do.
All right, it's going to bring down 4th down and a long 7. I think we're going to have a timeout. We're going Forest Hills. So, PJ, your take on this game, it reminds me a lot of last year's beginning part of the Richland Ram games. I think we played Penns Valley. Penns Valley kind of walked right down the field in the beginning, and I think we stopped them and then Richland kind of got rolling. I kind of had the same feeling tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you even go back to the Bishop Guilfoyle game 2 years ago, it was till halftime till we found ourselves, and we came back and won that game. But we do start late. The other thing is, I told Fred this a few days ago we talked. We have a big target on our back. We are the 4-time District 6 champions. Everybody is up when they play Richland. They want to beat us, and they come after us hard. So, I was expecting nothing less. I do believe that the last set of downs, Richland, even without that penalty, Richland's come to life, and we're hitting harder. So I expect it's going to be a little bit tougher than Forest Hills believed it would be on this first series.
You agree with that turning point, though, that pass play? That was a big turning point.
Well, that was a huge play, yeah, huge turning point. I mean, Colton Daniel kind of been running a roughshod, and yeah, I kind of agree. Why even change that up as you're moving the football down the field? Now it puts them in a 4th and 7 after all is said and done. So big play upcoming here for both squads. Looks like a light rain is starting to fall here from at Hurlinger Field. All right, gonna pass. Pass over the middle. It's caught, but I think it's short of the first down. I think the knee came down. They got short of the first down, PJ, yes?
That is short. That's going to be Richland's ball.
All right, so you have to throw the ball to the sticks. I mean, it's 4th down. That was, looks like Dayton Mall on the catch, number 21, and it will be short. So Richland should get this ball on downs. Now they're going to give them first down, PJ.
Yeah, I don't understand how there.
I am not sure either. I didn't see that from here.
Wow.
Looks like he caught that ball short.
It really appeared to me standing right at that point. It was a good, half yard short.
Yeah, his knee went down. That's where the ball has to be spotted. And
he slid a little bit. Did you notice he slid?
Yeah, but it's right. Knee comes down though.
You don't count the slide. I understand that.
All right. So at any rate, first down and 10, Forest Hills from the Richland 17-yard line. That was a big play. And a handoff here to Daniel again. He's just going to go into the end zone, looks like. Or they're going to spot him. What are they going to call this? Nobody's raising their arms yet.
They disagreed with each other there, but they gave him the touchdown.
All right, so two kind of wonky calls there by the officials. One on a first down. I'm not sure if it was a first down. And the other one on a touchdown. Not sure if it was a touchdown, but they're going to award the Forest Hills Rangers a touchdown.
Was that Daniel that scored, huh?
Yeah, Colton Daniel has been the man so far in this game. Richland's going to have to find a way to make sure they put a body on him and stop him.
We need a statistician. I'm sorry.
Yes, if anybody wants to apply to be a statistician, you're more than welcome to join Fred, PJ, and I.
The pay is great, too.
All right, Nolan Kabbalah on to kick the extra point. Looks like Richland jumped. Darden Horsley went offside. And now I think Forest Hills is going to decide to go for 2 after the penalty. So not to start the Richland Rams we're looking for, but it's early in the season, Freddie. First game, a little bit of jitters. We'll see how this, when Richland takes over the ball, see how we answer.
Well, that was huge for Forest Hills because you remember, like, Penns Valley ran all over us the first series, but they didn't score.
That's what I said. We stopped them, kind of put the brakes on.
So when we take the lead, then the other team is playing from behind, and that's not what they want to be doing.
All right, so we got a little lightning here, and we're going a little wildcat here, and Colton Daniel is going to take this wide, and he will get in for the 2-point conversion. So they went a little wildcat formation there. And they will score. It puts the score at 8-0 with 5:28 here in the first quarter. So a good long drive by Forest Hills, aided by maybe a questionable first down call. But at any rate, Colton Daniel has a huge first series for Forest Hills, and they're up 8-0. So there's a little bit of lightning in the area.
Yeah, we're going to take a break here.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to step aside, as we're going to have a little lightning delay here. All right, so everybody's got to kind of leave the stadium. So we'll be with you shortly, as we'll be back, as Richland will have the ball when we come back. It's 5:28 remaining still in the first quarter, and we're just going to take a little break for a lightning delay. So go get a drink, go get a snack, and relax, and we'll be back on the Richland Ram Football Network.